Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
There has probably never been a film more quintessentially of its time than Purple Rain. Released 40 years ago on July 27, 1984, Prince's semi-autobiographical movie was an undeniable hit. It earned $70 million, £54.3 million, at the box office, which was almost 10 times its production cost, and quickly became a cultural touchstone. Purple Rain ultimately won an Academy Award for Best Original Song Score and is generally considered one of the greatest musical films ever, but has it stood the test of time after 40 years? You can almost smell Aqua Net hairspray, sweat clinging to leather pants, and the burgeoning rise of Reaganomics as you watch the film. But when Prince's character, the kid, open hand slaps love interest Apollonia, one is forced to wonder if Purple Rain is one thing, like acid-washed denim, that's best left behind in the 80s. The story follows the kid as he navigates an abusive home life and his music career in Minneapolis, Minnesota, soon meeting fellow musician Apollonia with whom he starts a love affair. To view this video, please enable JavaScript, and consider upgrading to a web browser that supports HTML5 video. To say the film is misogynistic is to put it lightly. One of the earliest scenes in the film depicts the kid's rival, Morris, literally throwing a woman into a dumpster after standing her up for a date. Things only get more troublesome from there. Morris and the kid viciously fight over Apollonia throughout the film, while also insulting and abusing her. The much-discussed slap in the face, which follows Apollonia telling the kid she's going to join Morris's band, isn't the last time the kid physically attacks her. He later throws her to the ground when he finds out she's consumed alcohol, which he forbids her from doing because of his own alcoholic father. For fans looking at the film with fresh eyes, this isn't forgivable. 15-year-old avid music fan Paige Judge, who discovered Prince via her dad's vinyl collection, was thrilled when she learned that one of her new favorite vintage albums, as she put it, had an accompanying film. But when she finally sat down to watch it last year, she was horrified. It was like hilariously bad, honestly. I mean, the acting was bad, yeah, but also it was so sexist I couldn't believe it, she told usnews.co.uk. She goes on to share that her father, who had last seen the film when it first came out in the 80s, was as surprised as she was. He said it wasn't how he remembered it at all, that he'd seriously loved it at the time and thought the kid was a hero. When asked if the film has affected her view of Prince and his music, she thinks for a moment before saying, with some reticence, yeah, I kind of thought of him as this queer icon, like gender queer and everything. But it seems like he was saying abusing women is fine. I don't know. Steve Murdoch, 63, who has been a Purple Rain fan since the beginning and seen the movie countless times, every time it was on TV, which used to be a lot, thinks that Purple Rain's flaws are not only intentional, but deep. Everybody knows Prince wasn't saying that the kid's behavior was okay. He was warning against that kind of thing, he says. When asked what specifically led him to this conclusion, he struggles to answer, but later sends a text that reads, the part at the end where Prince looks into the camera. That's him saying, don't end up like this. Indeed, it's not impossible to interpret the kid's journey as a mirror image of his abusive father, who was once a rising musician himself until he succumbed to his explosive temper and alcoholic tendencies. Perhaps Prince and writer, director Albert Magnoli, who later became Prince's manager, were attempting to use the kid's story as a cautionary tale about the dangers of ambition. Or maybe they just slapped together a soap opera-style storyline and then filled it with some of the best music ever written, effectively voiding any complaints about the plot. Self-identified Prince superfan Jonathan Stillman might have put it best, telling US News, it's one of the worst movies ever, but in that way where you can't get enough of it. I don't know if we took it seriously at the time or not, but everyone loved it so much. That part was very serious. So I guess it doesn't matter why we loved it. It's worth noting that the brand of 80s camp the movie deals in may just know.